It's time for another Open Stage Review Denver edition. I'm back in Denver, where I'm originally from, on vacation, getting a little R&R, and trying to hit at least one open stage a day while I'm here, and I'll tell you what I think about them. So tonight I did Toley's on the Creek, which is out just southeast of Smoky Hill High School on Smoky Hill Road in what is now Centennial, I believe. It was not Centennial when I lived here, but they've since incorporated because things change. Things change. So have I. In any event, this is an open stage that is on Saturdays from 7 to 10. And one caveat is that I'm not going to talk about the hosting because while the hosting tonight was excellent, it was a sub, sitting and covering, and so he did a great job. I'm sure the regular host does a great job. I'm just not gonna. It's still kind of an open question mark about how the regular host runs things. However, this is what you need to know about this one. It is on Saturdays from 7 to 10. You sign up either. You can either find the Facebook event for this, which is well advertised on Denver Open Stage Facebook groups. Those names I don't remember off the top of my head, but they are things like Denver Open Stages, something like that, Denver Open Mics. Or you can come down and sign up in person like a normal person and not like the deal is it kind of starts at, you get 15 minutes. And depending on how full the list is, it stretches. So they've got a nice house sound system, one of these Bose towers. I don't know which model, whatever. There's a monitor, so you can definitely hear yourself and you can be heard throughout the room. 2 SM58s. Certainly they can accommodate an acoustic guitar and all that jazz. They also have a house djembe, which is kind of a nice wrinkle because it opens up some opportunities to form kind of spontaneous groups, or if you are someone who wants to bring a percussionist down with you to try something out, it's available. Like someone sat in, I invited someone to spontaneously sit in with me. I spontaneously sat in with somebody else, was invited to sit in with somebody else. It's kind of a fun, like I said, it's a fun wrinkle. And I gather that is a regular feature, that's here every time. Not a whole lot else to say about it. I don't know. I imagine this is not a stepping stone, although I don't really know that about the local scene. I'm not really talking about that in these reviews the way I did in my Portland reviews. But given the fact that this is an open stage on Saturday, you probably get booked because it looks like they probably don't have regular music here. Just places that have open stages on the weekends. That tends to be pretty much the answer to the question is, do you have music on the weekends? Yeah, we have an open stage on the weekends. All right. I think I'm out of stuff to say. It was fun. It was a good time. I'd recommend it. I guess the one thing you should be prepared for that's not exactly a negative. It's not a negative for me. If you're a seasoned player who's played a lot in different kinds of places, you'll recognize this, and it's just it's not that big a deal. But it's just that it is what it is, and it's the nature of the place. The room itself is very large, and it's got pool tables, and it's got college football on, and it's got without the sound, which I appreciate. There's no other competing sound in the room, but there's a lot of other competing activity, and other things are competing for the attention of the people in the room. And in reality, you ain't gonna get everybody's attention, and you just need to be okay with that and be comfortable. Some people who come to open stages, that throws them. If you're used to playing in bars and in sports bars, you know that's just how it is these days. Is people come to bars for their own reason. They're here to watch the game, they're here to play pool, or they're here to kind of soak in whatever's going on. So there will be people paying attention to you, and of course my advice will always be play as if everyone is paying attention to you, and play as if one person is falling in love with your music. Like, just do your best, be in your zone, tune out any distraction, don't take it personally, and just name it. And that's the best you can do. and you just got to come in and be ready to do your thing. I did see somebody who was playing tonight. It seemed to me kind of got thrown by some of that. The feeling that people weren't paying attention was like, but yet some people really were, and that's always going to be the case. And you just got to focus in on like delivering, um, and that's you can't control the rest. So anyway, Toley's on the Creek, Saturdays 7 to 10. I'd recommend it. It was a fun time. So until next time, see you at the open stage.